Hey guys, Both True Honest Official #1 fan over here. I'm in my closet because it's really cold in here. And today, sorry I'm crying. Because oh my gosh. So, today I'm going to talk about the best story of my life. Which is sad, but it's amazing. Because, yeah. And this is my first time ever crying in a video. So, I'm so sorry if you think I'm weird, but I really don't care because this is very important, and please watch this to the end because this is very, very, very important. So I'm going to tell you the story of how I thought I should be the biggest Bolt fan and how I did become the biggest Bolt fan. So a long time ago, I got a dog named Cassie, or Cassidy, or whatever you want to call her. She was at this dog rescue that we volunteer at, and my brother took one of the dogs outside, and I wanted to take Cassie outside. And I asked my mom, could I take her outside? And she barked at everybody and growled at everybody and tried to bite everybody. And she said, you can try, but just be careful. And this girl said, don't even go in there. I did it anyways. And I picked her up, and my mom turned around, and she was like, how did you pick her up? Nobody would let her pick her up. Nobody would she wouldn't even let anybody touch her. At all. Wouldn't even let her touch her. And I picked her up, and I took her outside, and she liked me at first, and so I came the next day, and I was like, Cassie! And I would pick her up, and she started wagging her tail eventually. And loved me, started loving me, and I loved her. So I really wanted to adopt her. So eventually, we did adopt her. And she got diagnosed with lupus. You don't know what that is. It's a very bad disease that eats away at your skin. Stuff like that. And she got diagnosed with that, and we got her for free because her medicine was so expensive. So one day, I took this Bolt plush out of the garage. I took it to my dad's, because I used to go to my dad's. I took it to my dad's, and we went back to go to our mom's, and she told us how Cassie died, and on the way home, I had this Bolt plush, and he was all that I had right then, because I couldn't cry over anything else. He's all that I had, and I was crying over him and hugging him and crying and all that kind of stuff. And we got home, and my mom told me, do you want to hold her one last time? And I was like, yeah, sure. And so I did, and her head kind of plopped over my arm. But the weird thing was I put Bolt down on the couch, and she looked like she was looking at Bolt. When I looked at Bolt and looked at her, it looked like she was smiling at him, and it looked like she was telling him something. And today, I believe that she was telling him to always watch over me, to be there for me when I'm lonely, and to protect me when I'm scared, and to be my best friend just like she was, and to love me as much as she loved me, and to be my hero. And so I looked at Bolt, and I looked at her, and she was smiling at him, telling him to be my hero, basically. And I picked Bolt up and kissed him and hugged him, and then made him kiss and hug Cassie, and then we buried her. And later that night, I put up a Bolt picture because it felt comforting. Bolt felt comforting at that moment because she was smiling at him. And I got to thinking, and I realized, is she telling me Bolt something? Is Bolt gonna tell me something? And sure enough, Bolt told me to be his biggest fan ever, and he doesn't want anyone else to be his biggest fan, because I know Bolt tells me every day that I am his true biggest fan. This Bolt plush right here tells me every day that Cassie wants him to be his biggest fan. Me to be his biggest fan. He tells him every day that he wants me to be his biggest fan. And I feel like Cassie's up there in heaven smiling at me right now. Smiling at Bolt. And Bolt's so proud of Bolt because Bolt pulled me through to be his biggest fan. Through fakers, through people who are just jerks and say that I'm not the biggest Bolt fan and start saying that they are. Bolt has helped me through this, and he wants me to be his biggest fan. And I have proof that I had a dog named Cassie and she died. She was a little Pomeranian. I don't know if you can see it. Cassie, right there. And please don't make up stories like this, because I'm not making this up. I am seriously not making this up. I promise you, I feel like Cassie told Bolt to be my hero. The one that will pull me through everything. The one that will be a friend when I had none. The one that will love me just as much as Cassie loved me. And that is why I am Bolt's true biggest fan ever. So you people think you're Bolt's biggest fan? You're not. Think about this, okay?